Aliens saw humans as fragile, until Earth's atmosphere revealed the truth. The arrival. The Galactic Union had always viewed humanity with a mix of curiosity and condescension. When Earth was finally discovered by the Union's exploratory fleet, the initial reports were less than impressive. A species of soft, fleshy beings, the lead xenobiologist, a crystalline entity named Dr. Lyra, noted in her report. Their physical resilience is minimal, their technology rudimentary, and their lifespans laughably short. They are fragile, hardly worth the Union's attention. Despite her dismissive tone, the Union's council decided to send a delegation to Earth. It was a formality, a gesture of goodwill to a species that had barely begun to explore their own solar system. The delegation, led by Ambassador Krell of the Voss Empire, arrived in a sleek, silver starship that hovered above Earth's atmosphere like a shimmering jewel. The humans, unaware of the Union's low opinion of them, greeted the delegation with enthusiasm. A team of scientists and diplomats, led by Dr. Elena, a renowned biologist, welcomed the aliens to a research facility near the equator. "We're honored to host you," Dr. Elena said, her voice warm but firm. "Earth may not have the technology of the Union, but we're eager to learn and contribute." Ambassador Krell, a tall, reptilian figure with scales that shimmered like polished metal, inclined his head slightly. "Your enthusiasm is noted," he said, his tone cool. "But let us not waste time. We are here to assess your planet's suitability for Union membership. Begin the atmospheric analysis." The Union scientists, including Dr. Lyra, set to work immediately. They deployed advanced drones to collect data on Earth's atmosphere, its composition, and its effects on biological systems. The humans watched with quiet curiosity, their expressions a mix of awe and apprehension. As the drones transmitted their findings, Dr. Lyra's crystalline form flickered with surprise. "This is unusual," she murmured, studying the data. "The oxygen levels are far higher than expected. The atmospheric pressure is also significantly greater than the Union average. How do your species survive in such conditions?" Dr. Elena smiled faintly. "We've evolved to thrive here. Earth's atmosphere is harsh by galactic standards, but it's our home. We've adapted to it over millions of years." Krell scoffed. "Adapted? Your bodies are soft, your bones brittle. You call this adaptation?" Before Dr. Elena could respond, one of the Union's drones malfunctioned. Its delicate systems, designed for the milder atmospheres of Union worlds, began to fail under Earth's intense pressure and oxygen-rich air. The drone sputtered and crashed to the ground, its casing cracked and its circuits fried. The humans exchanged glances, their expressions unreadable. Dr. Lyra, however, was visibly shaken. "This atmosphere is hostile," she said, her voice tinged with disbelief. "It would destroy most Union technology, and yet, you thrive here." Ambassador Krell's scales rippled with irritation. "A minor inconvenience," he said dismissively. "It changes nothing. Your species is still fragile, your world insignificant." But Dr. Lyra wasn't so sure. As she studied the data, a thought began to form, one that would challenge everything the Union believed about humanity. The experiment. The malfunctioning drone was just the beginning. Over the next few days, the Union delegation's equipment continued to struggle in Earth's atmosphere. Sensors failed, power cells drained faster than expected, and even the delegation's protective suits showed signs of wear. The humans, meanwhile, moved about effortlessly, their bodies seemingly unaffected by the conditions that crippled the Union's technology. Dr. Lyra, the Union's lead xenobiologist, couldn't ignore the implications. "There's something extraordinary about this planet," she said to Ambassador Krell during a briefing. "The humans have evolved to survive in an environment that would be lethal to most species. We need to understand how they do it." Krell, ever dismissive, waved a clawed hand. "Their resilience is a quirk, nothing more. Focus on the task at hand. We are here to assess their suitability for the Union, not marvel at their primitive biology. But Dr. Lyra was undeterred. She approached Dr. Elena, the human biologist, with a proposal. "I would like to conduct a series of tests," she said, her crystalline form shimmering with curiosity. "Comparative studies between human physiology and Union standards. It could provide valuable insights." Dr. Elena agreed, seeing an opportunity to bridge the gap between their species. "We're happy to assist," she said. "But I should warn you, Earth's environment can be unpredictable. Are your systems prepared for that?" Dr. Lyra hesitated. "We'll manage," she said, though her confidence wavered. The experiments began the following day. The Union scientists set up a lab in the research facility, equipped with their most advanced technology. The humans, including Dr. Elena and a volunteer named Alex, submitted to a battery of tests designed to measure their strength, endurance, and resilience. The results were staggering. Alex, a seemingly average human, demonstrated physical capabilities that far exceeded Union norms. His muscles, though less dense than those of a Croth warrior, were incredibly efficient, allowing him to perform feats of endurance that left the Union scientists baffled. "How is this possible?" Dr. Lyra asked, her voice tinged with awe. "Your body produces energy at a rate that defies all known biological models." Alex shrugged. "It's just how we're built. Earth's gravity and atmosphere push us to our limits every day. I guess we've adapted to handle it." But the most shocking discovery came during a stress test. The Union scientists exposed Alex to simulated conditions that mimicked the harshest environments in the galaxy: extreme heat, freezing cold, and even a vacuum. To their astonishment, Alex not only survived but thrived. "This is impossible," Dr. Lyra said, her crystalline form flickering with disbelief. "No species should be able to endure such conditions without external aid." Dr. Elena smiled faintly. "Humans are resilient. We've faced countless challenges on our planet, and we've learned to adapt. It's not just our bodies, it's our minds, our will to survive." As the experiments continued, the Union scientists began to see humanity in a new light. What they had once dismissed as fragility was, in fact, a remarkable adaptability, a strength that defied all expectations. But not everyone was convinced. Ambassador Krell, watching from the sidelines, remained skeptical. "Impressive tricks," he said, his tone dripping with disdain. "But survival in a harsh environment does not make a species worthy of the Union. They are still primitive, still weak." Dr. Lyra, however, was beginning to question everything she thought she knew. "Perhaps we've been too quick to judge," she said quietly. "There's more to humanity than meets the eye." As the delegation prepared to leave Earth, Dr. Lyra couldn't shake the feeling that they had only scratched the surface. The truth about humanity, and their place in the galaxy, was far more complex than anyone had imagined. The revelation. The Union delegation's time on Earth was coming to an end, but Dr. Lyra couldn't shake the feeling that they had only begun to understand humanity. The experiments had revealed astonishing truths about human biology, but there was still so much more to learn. As the delegation prepared to depart, Dr. Lyra approached Dr. Elena with a final request. "I would like to accompany you on a field expedition," she said. "To see how humans interact with their environment in a natural setting." Dr. Elena agreed, seeing an opportunity to showcase humanity's adaptability. "We'll take you to one of Earth's most extreme environments, the Amazon rainforest. It's a place where life thrives in ways that might surprise you." The journey to the Amazon was an eye-opening experience for Dr. Lyra. The dense, humid air was a stark contrast to the sterile environments of Union worlds, and the sheer diversity of life was overwhelming. But what struck her most was how effortlessly the humans navigated the terrain. "How do you move so easily through this?" Dr. Lyra asked, her crystalline form shimmering with exertion as she struggled to keep up. "We've evolved to handle it," Dr. Elena replied. Our bodies are designed to adapt to changing conditions. It's one of our greatest strengths. As they ventured deeper into the rainforest, Dr. Lyra began to see the truth. Humans weren't just surviving in this environment, they were thriving. Their ability to adapt, to overcome challenges, was unlike anything she had ever seen. But the real revelation came when they encountered a sudden storm. The rain poured down in sheets, the wind howled through the trees, and the temperature dropped sharply. The Union's equipment, once again, began to fail. "We need to find shelter," Dr. Elena said, her voice calm but firm. "Follow me." She led the group to a small cave, where they waited out the storm. As they huddled together, Dr. Lyra couldn't help but marvel at the humans' resilience. Despite the harsh conditions, they remained composed, their bodies adapting to the cold and wet with ease. "This is incredible," Dr. Lyra said, her voice filled with awe. "Your species is extraordinary." Dr. Elena smiled. "We've had to be. Earth isn't always kind, but it's made us strong. It's taught us to adapt, to persevere, no matter the odds." As the storm passed and they emerged from the cave, Dr. Lyra felt a profound sense of respect for humanity. They weren't fragile, they were survivors, fighters, and innovators. When the delegation returned to their ship, Dr. Lyra presented her findings to Ambassador Krell. "We've underestimated humanity," she said. "Their resilience, their adaptability, it's unlike anything we've ever seen. They belong in the Union." Krell, however, remained unconvinced. "Their tricks are impressive, but they are still a primitive species. The Union has no place for them." But Dr. Lyra wasn't alone in her newfound respect for humanity. Other members of the delegation, having witnessed the human strength firsthand, began to voice their support. "They've earned their place," one of the scientists said. "We would be fools to ignore them." In the end, the delegation's report to the Union Council was a mix of awe and admiration. Humanity, once dismissed as fragile, had proven themselves to be anything but. As the Union ship left Earth's atmosphere, Dr. Lyra gazed at the planet below, her crystalline form glowing with respect. "You've shown us the truth," she whispered. "And the galaxy will never be the same."